Hello, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for November. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, feel free to leave a comment down below, as well as hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. But let's get into it. Not to talk to me today, Aries. All right, put some cards for Aries energy for November. This is going to be the Celtic Cross reading. Boom. This is you. This is your challenge. In November, your conscious energy, unconscious energy, your past, your future, your attitude towards the situation, the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, your hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. So just a quick overview before we clarify. Also at the end I'll pull a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, so stick around for that. For your energy for the month of November, Aries, you get the Nine of Wands. So feeling kind of a little exhausted from having to overcome so many hurdles, so many obstacles, but also aware that you are very resilient because of it. The Ten of Wands is what's crossing you, your current challenge, burnout, feeling overworked, overburdened, drained of energy. For your conscious energy, you get the Eight of Wands. So wanting things to happen very quickly, taking fast action, possibly before thinking, going head first as you typically do. For your unconscious energy, pretty much the same thing, being very direct, very blunt in every situation. You may not be aware that you are kind of more in your head space than your heart space at the moment. This may be due to, in your past, you get the Eight of Cups, so emotionally disconnecting from something or someone, walked away from something. This could just be feeling a little bit emotionally disconnected in general in your past. For the future, you get the Temperance card, so finding peace, balance, doing things in moderation, trying to restore some balance and tranquility in your life. For your attitude towards a situation, you get the High Priestess. So following your intuition, being aware that you are very wise and trusting your gut instinct, and that be maybe why you are maybe rushing into things without thinking them through, because you just trust your gut so much. For the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, you get the Nine of Swords. So that's an energy of anxiety, fear, something keeping you up at night. So I don't know if somebody is stressing over you. They're like thinking about you constantly and stressing about your relationship together, but we will clarify. For your hopes and fears, you get the Ten of Pentacles, so wanting financial stability, generational wealth, also a sense of community. Why it's in your fears, I'm not quite sure. Possibly all of the work you'll have to do in order to attain that. For the possible outcome of the situation, you get the Page of Wands. So kind of going on a new adventure, feeling very, what's the word I'm looking for? Wanting to go on a new adventure, feeling very, what's the word? Carefree, feeling very kind of almost childlike, and outgoing. And there's one word I'm looking for that I can't think about, but we'll move on. It's going to bug me though. All right, let's clarify this Nine of Wands for your energy for November, Aries. All right, let's clarify the Nine of Wands for Aries energy in November, please. Okay. So for the Nine of Wands, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Yeah, so it almost, there's something that you want to do, possibly some purchases that you want to make, but you don't quite have the financial standing in order to do so, so that's causing some procrastination here, but it's intentional procrastination. Oh my gosh, I can't say this word. Intentional waiting in order for you to gain the finances so you can make that purchase or go on that trip. But at the same time, it also kind of just feels like another hurdle that you have to overcome. So it is kind of also draining you at the same time. But let's clarify this 10 of Wands for your challenge for November. For the 10 of Wands, you get the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Interesting. I feel like there's some truth that you're trying to find out within a certain group dynamic. Feels like things are almost, to you at least, things are almost too good to be true in a certain situation, so you're trying to cut through all the bull crap and figure out who's being deceitful, because it seems like someone is maybe being deceitful here with the 7 of Swords, kind of putting on this face of being this great person all of the time, but there's kind of something up with that. It doesn't have to be a person, it could just be a situation in general. Take it as it resonates, which is interesting. Let's clarify the 8 of Swords, not of Swords, the 8 of Wands for your conscious energy. Okay. For the 8 of Wands, you get the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So although you should probably wait to make some purchases, I feel like you may rush into them, because you do, energetically speaking, you are very abundant. Or you feel very abundant. You feel like you can make all these purchases, and it's the purchases that you really want that really bring a lot of inspiration into your life. But then at the same time, knowing that you're going to have to work a lot more in order to be able to recoup these finances after you spend them. So it seems like you're juggling a lot, and you're moving very quickly, some fast communications happening. So it seems like you're juggling like your love life, your work life, and then also trying to fit some time in for the things that you really enjoy doing, but also the things you enjoy doing, you have to spend money on. So it's kind of, let's say, a double-edged sword. Is that the right terminology? Let's clarify the Knight of Swords for your unconscious energy. Interesting. So for the Knight of Swords, you get the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I don't know, it just feels like you have this energy about you that's so, like, independent, so self-assured, you're a go-getter, but at the same time, like, and you want to rush into something, and it is causing some anxiety for you, because there are obstacles or hurdles in your way from going after this thing, or buying this thing, or going on this trip. There's just something in your way that's causing a lot of anxiety for you, but it's also building a lot of resilience within you as well. But there's something that you want to tackle, and tackle it quite aggressively. Like, you want it bad, and you feel like you deserve it, like you're this amazing social, independent person. For some reason, there's just obstacles keep popping up for you, in the month of November at least. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups for your past here, Aries. Okay. For the 8 of Cups, you get the 8 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 4 of Cups. Okay. So whatever it is that you emotionally disconnected from or walked away from in your past, it seems like it happened very quickly, and then you kind of set off on your own to a new adventure. I know with the 4 of Cups may represent the fact that the relationship quickly died down, or quickly became disappointing, or you became dissatisfied, or the fact of maybe you became dissatisfied with this becoming like a a lone traveler going on adventures by themselves is kind of like, oh, well, I'd kind of like someone to do this with. That kind of energy. It's interesting. Yeah, I feel like this was kind of a hard time for you. Like, at the same time, you were excited to, kind of have this freedom back, but also a little disappointed at the same time. Let's clarify the Temperance card for your future energy here. So, for the Temperance card, you get the King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Three of Cups. Yeah, so that's great energy. It seems like you're kind of gaining some financial stability, got a good control of your finances, being very wise, knowing to do things in moderation, not to spend too much. At the same time, you also have a good support system around you with the Three of Cups, good friendships, good family dynamics as well. And they're also adding some peace and happiness into your life, which is great. That's great energy. Let's clarify the High Priestess for your attitude towards your situation in November, Aries. Okay. So for the High Priestess, you get the Justice card, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Huh. Interesting. So there's this feeling of needing to defend yourself, possibly defend your heart as well. Kind of afraid of the same situation happening that happened in your past. You may be a little bit emotionally disconnected just in order to protect your heart, not getting too involved or as involved as you would have if this situation didn't happen. It's almost like your gut is telling you to do this, to kind of keep your walls up for some reason, but I don't know, with the Justice card here, this could represent a Libra. It almost just seems like you're trying to defend yourself, like in a court system almost kind of way. It's interesting. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords for the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of. Could be aware of it. It's interesting because it also showed up in your unconscious energy. Okay, alrighty. So for the Nine of Swords, you get the Ten of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Lovers. So I feel like there is a relationship in November, romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, could be a business partnership as well. Take it as it resonates, but there is some conflict happening within that in the month of November. And the Five of Wands also represents conflict, but the Five of Swords is a bit more of an aggressive conflict. So you could be getting into some heated arguments where some names are thrown around, that type of thing. And again, this just adds to kind of your stress and overload for that month. This could also just be their energy, them kind of also feeling this heavy burden of this conflict within the relationship and needing to resolve it. And at the same time, it also just feels like another obstacle in your way from achieving the goals you have set. But let's clarify this. Ten of Pentacles for your hopes and fears. Alrighty. So, for the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Three of Swords, the King of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Feels like you feel like in order to achieve this dream or this goal that you have of like generational wealth, strong community of people, you're going to have to let some people or some things go, and that's going to cause a lot of heartbreak, a lot of hurt. But this also kind of gives you a clearer vision of your future. This kind of gives you some mental clarity about what direction you're heading in and the possible outcomes that those directions will lead you in. Kind of being a leader in the month of November, of kind of just taking charge of your life again, it seems like. But let's clarify. It's interesting because I feel like all of this situation is kind of like a repeat of this situation that happened in your past. And this is because you get the Page of Wands again, so almost like you ending something and then going out on your own, being free and going on a new adventure. But let's clarify that. Page of Wands for the possible outcome. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, well, for the Page of Wands, you get the Two of Cups, the World, the Hierophant. Okay. So this energy is giving relationship to the next level in a whole new way, like a higher level of commitment, and like you're achieving something great with this person. It could be a marriage or just taking a more traditional path with this person. It's very interesting. It could also represent you going out on your own after leaving this relationship dynamic. It kind of puts you on a more traditional path, kind of conforming more to society's standards. Or this could just be you deciding that, this relationship is something that I really want, and I am okay with conforming to society's standards for this person and making that higher level of commitment to them, which is interesting. But let's clarify. Let's get a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, Aries. What do the fairies want Aries to know for November? Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Actually, card in this. I showed you. Okay. The arrival of this fairy tells you that abundance is on the way. Perhaps you'll receive an unexpected gift or a cash windfall. It could also be a spiritual gift. Whichever form it takes, you just have to make sure that you're ready for it. Make sure you're in a place of receptivity and that you believe and know you're worthy to receive any abundance. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. By feeling truly worthy, we can be receptive to the flow and blessing of abundance in our lives. Alrighty, well that is all I have for you for the month of November, Aries. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.